I reminded them yesterday that this is a celebration, so I think if they're not smiling as much as you might expect, it's nerves. It's not just, what do they call that? Kidnap syndrome? Stockholm syndrome? My name's Jody Campbell, and I'm the Director of Nursing here at OSUIT. And on behalf of the faculty and staff of the nursing department, as well as the entire OSUIT community, I want to welcome you all here today and thank you for joining us for this very special occasion. This day is eagerly anticipated by all of us, but especially by our graduates. We are here today to celebrate you. I'd like to start off by recognizing some of the many people who made this day possible. As you'll soon hear in the words of our graduates as their dedications are read, getting through nursing school takes a village. It also takes a dedicated nursing faculty who give of themselves and their expertise tirelessly in the pursuit of excellence. You will not find a group more passionate, more professional, or more caring than those seated on this stage. I'd like to introduce the outstanding faculty of the OSU IT nursing program. Charlie Johnson. Nancy Johnsey. Sandra Clark. Marion McGeehee. Catherine Bible. Tasha Antwine. And April Petrie. And the people who do the behind-the-scenes work, making sure that students are advised, enrolled, and kept on track. We have 2 student success and career advisors, Rhonda Blair, who works with our pre-nursing students, and I don't think she's made it over here yet because she's enrolling students as we speak, and the glue who holds us all together, Donna Pryor. I literally could not do my job without these people. In addition to these women, our graduates have been guided along the way by many outstanding clinical instructors, a few of whom are here today, so let's also give them a round of applause. And we want to also thank and recognize all the family and friends of our graduates. As you've all experienced, when someone in your life goes to school, the whole family goes to school. The late nights, early mornings, endless study sessions, freakouts, panic attacks, and celebrations. You've been there for all of it with love and support, endless encouragement, a listening ear, and I'm just guessing here, as the mother of a college student, a little money during this journey. Or a lot of money. We are so excited to have you with us here today to celebrate. We know that it would not have been possible without all of you, so thank you. And now I want to recognize some student accomplishments. We truly have amazing students at OSUIT. In this class, there are 46 graduates, which is our biggest graduating class ever in the history of our nursing program. And of those students, 24 of them are graduating with an honors distinction, including 2 who have earned the summa cum laude designation, leaving nursing school with a GPA of 3.5 or above, which is truly impressive for nursing school. There are also 21 students in this group who are graduating this afternoon with both their Associates of Applied Science in Nursing and a second associate's degree. So they've achieved all of that in the time they've been here. Our students will attest to the fact that we have a rigorous curriculum, and we congratulate them on these achievements. As you can tell, we have many students who are deserving of special recognition, and it's an extremely difficult decision every semester to select just a few recipients. These awards are based on the performance, classroom, lab, and clinical of the students throughout the entire journey of the nursing program. They are nominated by and then voted on the nursing faculty, the students, and then the clinical adjunct instructors. We'll start with the academic excellence in nursing. This award recognizes a graduating student who has consistently performed at the highest level in all aspects of the nursing program. The recipient of this award has demonstrated outstanding achievement academically, embodies the qualities of professionalism as evidenced by leadership ability, enthusiasm, and dedication to the program and the profession, demonstrates outstanding clinical competency as evidenced by effective time management, expert application of the nursing process, and ability to communicate with all members of the healthcare team. We are recognizing 2 students today, one from our traditional program and one from our advanced standing LPN to RN program. The Academic Excellence in Nursing Award goes to Casey Hall and Amber Hoover. The Excellence in Nursing Practice Award recognizes a graduating student who has consistently performed at the highest level in the nursing program. The recipient of this award is someone who demonstrates a depth and breadth of knowledge in the area of clinical nursing practice, possesses clinical expertise and attributes of a nursing leader, enhances the image of nursing through nursing practice, collaborates in a positive and productive manner with patients, families, peers, staff, and faculty, and who accepts and utilizes criticism as a basis for professional growth. Faculty describe this recipient as dedicated, empathetic, professional, curious, positive, and engaged. This student was also singled out by classmate nominations, multiples, and several times by our first semester students when he served as a mentor in the skills lab. They praised him for having great energy, giving thoughtful and helpful feedback, and making me feel confident in my abilities. The Excellence in Nursing Practice Award goes to Stephen Wiley. And Stephen, I'm going to ask you to stay on stage for just a second and ask Haley Glass to join us. Our last service award. Our last award category is service to the nursing program. The foundation of the nursing community is the relationships our students build with one another. Student Nurse Association exists to promote fellowship, networking, and philanthropy, and meeting these objectives would not be possible without the tireless and enthusiastic service of our SNA officers. To have a great organization, you need great leadership, and I'd like to give special recognition and thanks to our graduating officers, Haley Glass and Stephen Wiley. Stephen. I'd now like to welcome the class representative, Alexander England, to the stage to tell you more about nursing school and this journey from the student perspective.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and my fellow graduates, good morning. Today is a day of celebration, a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and countless sacrifices. As a class representative, I stand before you with immense pride and honor to represent the incredible group of individuals who make up the graduating class of 2023. Today, we not only receive our nursing degrees, but we also embrace the responsibility that comes with the privilege of being healthcare professionals. When we embarked on this journey, we were driven by a passion to make a difference in the lives of others. Little did we know the challenges we would face, the sleepless nights we would endure, and the countless exams that would test our knowledge and resilience. Yet here we are, standing together at the finish line, stronger and more capable than we ever imagined. Our journey through nursing school was not merely an academic pursuit, it was a transformation of the heart and soul. We learned the value of empathy, compassion, and the true meaning of caring for others during their most vulnerable moments. We discovered the power of a comforting touch, a kind word, and the impact a genuine smile can have on someone in pain. In our clinical rotations, we witnessed the fragility of life and the strength of the human spirit. We held the hands of those who were scared, comforted those who were in pain, and shared in the joy of new life. These experiences have shaped us into the caring and competent nurses we are today. But let us not forget the unwavering support we received along the way, to our families, friends, and loved ones who stood by us through thick and thin. Your encouragement fueled our determination. To our professors and mentors, thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom and for instilling in us the values that define great healthcare professionals. As we stand on the brink of a new chapter, let us remember that our education does not end here. Lifelong learning is at the core of nursing, and each patient we encounter will be a new lesson, a new opportunity to make a difference. Embrace the challenges that lie ahead with the same enthusiasm and dedication that brought you to this moment. As we step into the world of healthcare, let us not forget the most important tool in our arsenal, the dad joke. Why did the nurse always bring a red pen to work? In case they needed to draw blood, of course. In closing, let us carry the torch of compassion, empathy, and excellence as we enter the noble profession of nursing. Our journey does not end here. It transforms into a legacy of care, a legacy that will touch the lives of countless individuals in the years to come. Congratulations, OSUIT Nursing Class of 2023.
Thank you, Alex. And lastly, I have a few words for our graduates. 7 years ago, oh, sorry, wrong speech. We got mom jokes too. We got dad jokes, we got mom jokes. 4 semesters ago and 18 months ago, you started nursing school full of expectations and promise. Everything you expected nursing school to look like, the excitement, the warnings, none of it went exactly to plan. Well, except the part when we told you that flexibility was a critical skill for nursing students. That prediction, at least, has proven true. And now you're entering the profession in a time of upheaval and uncertainty, not just globally, politically, and economically, but within the nursing profession. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and it's quite frankly scary sometimes to not know what's next. But this is nurses, we are nurses, and this is what we do. Always remember you're making a difference every day in someone's life, no matter how big or how small. I did a little math yesterday, and on average, our students, this graduating class will have impacted about 750 patients, not including families or friends, the time they're in nursing school. And over the course of the next 5 years, it'll be somewhere around 30,000, which is 3 times the population of Okmulgee. If they have 26 years on, like I do, it'll be double the population of Tulsa. So you really have a tremendous impact on people's lives. You'll be there for the beginning of some lives and the ending of others, and this is a great privilege. Please don't take it lightly. Believe in yourselves always and in your ability to make an impact and to create change. Remember, you come from a legacy of strength. There's a side to nursing that we don't often talk about, or not as often. When people say that nursing school and then being a nurse is hard, I think one of the things they mean is that you're going through a physically, mentally, emotionally challenging and draining situation where you second guess yourself at every turn and fight to succeed while you're also still living your real life. And real life is messy. And while it can be joyful, it's often heartbreaking. Students in this class have gone through the loss of their children, their parents, pregnancies, relationships, and countless other personal challenges that I'm sure we on this stage haven't even known about. One loss in particular is one they have asked me to talk about, and that's the empty chair in our group. On November 3rd, 2022, one of our nursing students, Erin Gates, who should be sitting in that chair today, took her life. Erin was larger than life. She was irreverent, often profane, audacious, and never met a stranger that she couldn't turn into a friend. She was also troubled, and on some level hiding herself from all of us. In no way can Erin be reduced to a statistic, but the reality is she was one in a startlingly big and growing group. Nursing has a mental health crisis on its hands, on our hands collectively. Nurses, particularly female nurses, are 3 times more likely to have suicidal ideation than the average U.S. workforce. And a recent study suggested that 1 in 18 working nurses, 1 in 18, has considered suicide in the last 12 months. In 2017, 729 registered nurses died by suicide in the United States that we know of. And the data at that time predicted a 10% increase annually. And that was before COVID took over our world and created a PTSD nightmare. This is a complex problem that requires changes in society, in education, in healthcare access and services, and certainly within the profession. And we can't fix all of that right now. But what we can do, what you can do, is take better care of ourselves and each other. One positive thing that the research shows us is having a sense of belonging and a strong support system at work is quite literally a lifesaver. So ask your coworkers and your friends how they're doing and really listen to the answer. Look for signs that people are burning out or stressed and intervene early. Don't wait for them to ask for help. The people who most need help are the least likely to ask for it. And maybe most importantly, let's normalize talking about how hard it is to be a nurse. It hurts when patients die, especially when you couldn't save them. It's hard to take care of people who are awful to you, even if you know that it's because they're just stressed. It's scary to know that unstable patients and families are in our buildings, and sometimes they bring guns. It's okay to feel like you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. You won't be the first person to cry in the parking lot after a shift or in the stairwell when you just have to let it out. Maybe we should stop trying to hide our pain and our grief and our sorrow and our fear, whatever that emotion is, and let people see it. Most importantly, let each other see it. When you bring the scary things into the light, what you realize is that you aren't alone in those feelings. The ceremony we're conducting today is the beginning of that professional community for you. So on a lighter note, let's talk about the meaning of this ceremony and why it matters. Pinning ceremonies are played out at nursing graduations all over this country, as they have been for over a century. There are variations here and there, but it is in these very rituals and traditions that we remain grounded in and united to our professional community. None of us on this stage or on the floor would be successful nurses without the history and example of those who came before us, showing us how to do it. Leading by example, setting standards, evolving with science, putting their lives on the line to care for those who can't care for themselves. And that dedication, that drive, that passion, and that heart is embedded into every layer of this ceremony. Being here, receiving your pin, lighting your lamp, reciting the pledge. It's the thing that anchors you to the nurses of the past and inextricably ties you to the nurses of the future. This is your community. This is your community. Don't take a back seat in making it better. We know each of you will make a difference in the world, and we will be here cheering you on. As the director of this program, I am immensely proud of the work you have done here. And as a nurse and a peer, I'm excited to welcome you as the next generation of nurses. You know, I don't do the sappy stuff, but sometimes I pull it out for you. And now I'd like to welcome Nancy Johnsey to the stage to begin the pinning portion of our ceremony.
Good morning. I'm going to read the significance of the nursing pin. The nursing pin originated from the earliest badges given to those who tended the sick. The badges were presented to members of the Knights of the Order of the Hospital of St. John the Baptist, a religious order who tended to the ill and wounded crusaders in the 12th century. The tradition of the nursing pin and the ceremonial pinning we know today actually originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London. Having been recently awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying in the Crimean War, Florence chose to extend this honor to her most outstanding graduate nurses by presenting each of them with a medal for excellence. The Wolverton Royal Hospital in England initiated the tradition of presenting all graduates with a badge. The first nursing pin was presented to the graduating class of 1880 at the Bellevue Hospital of Nursing in New York City. The pin presented to graduates was both beautiful and symbolic. It featured a crane in the center for vigilance, encircled with a band of blue for constancy and an outer band of red for mercy and relief of suffering. Since the earliest days of professional nursing in America, graduate nurses have proudly displayed on their uniform the pin that represents their individual school of nursing. The nurse's graduation pin is a treasured symbol that conveys to others his or her association and everlasting bond with their school. Each pin is distinctive, representing only one program, and upholding the proud educational traditions of that school. For the nurse, it also symbolizes honorable completion of a rigorous and physically demanding nursing preparation program. Graduates, as your name is called, please come to the stage to receive your pin.
Natasha Barrett. Natasha is being pinned by her mother and father. Where are they? I would like to thank my boyfriend for his support, encouragement, and unconditional love. To my family and friends, thank you for believing in me, loving me, and understanding why I had to miss events to study. Flor, Kylie, and Jordan, I love you all. Who would have thought a slice of pizza would bring us so close? But it's common sense, right? Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Shay Beebe. Shay is being pinned by her son Jonah. Jonah, today is as much your celebration as it is mine, for you are the heartbeat of this achievement. Sacrificing time together has been the most challenging part of this journey. Now, there will be more time for lightsaber battles. My sugar daddy, incredible boyfriend, Dalton. Thank you for your endless pep talks, ice cream cheer-ups, and rehearsing interventions over crazy disorders you were suddenly diagnosed with. To my family, thank you for raising me strong and encouraging me to reach my goals. I could never thank you all for the endless support and faith in me. Go team! Lindsay Bishop. Lindsay is being pinned by her husband, Charlie. Words cannot express how grateful I am for my family's unwavering support and love throughout my nursing school journey. Your encouragement and understanding have been my guiding light. Thank you for believing in me and supporting my dreams. I am forever grateful. Charlie, thank you for being my rock and biggest cheerleader. You have supported my dreams wholeheartedly. To my amazing 6 kids, you have been my motivation and inspiration. You are my pride and joy, and I hope to make you proud as I embark on this fulfilling career. I couldn't have done this without you all. I love you. Alicia Blevins. Alicia is being penned by her daughter, Hannah. I would like to thank my family for being supportive and more than gracious with my absence over the past 2 years. I could not have made it to where I am without you guys. I love you lots and lots. Kobe, Casey, I would absolutely not be on this stage without each of you giving me pep talks when I needed them most, talking me off so many ledges and being there to listen to me complain. We did it. But most of all, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for doing all of the hard work. I want to thank me for never quitting, even though I wanted to more times than I can count. Coming soon to a post-surgical ICU near you, Alicia Blevins, RN. Kate Blue Eagle. Kate is being penned by her mother, Diane, her boyfriend, and her boyfriend, Kendrick. Mama, thank you. You've survived every bit of nursing school with me. And my dad, who I know is cheering me on all the way from the sky, I love you both. To Bree and Haley, who pushed, dragged, and kicked me through, words will never suffice for what you two have done and mean to me. And thank you, Carson, for being our comedic relief throughout this very traumatic experience. Kendrick, thank you for the pep talks, talking me out of a panic and supporting me in every meaning of the word. I love you. This one's for you, for us. Tara Bogle. You'll be next. Tara is being penned by her husband, Evan Bogle. I am dedicating this achievement to two important people who have been inspirational catalysts, my grandfather, Terry Hyatt, and Mrs. Nancy Hawkins. I would also like to thank my amazing cohort of family and friends who have supported me along the way. Courtney Bolton. Courtney is being penned by Mrs. Patience Amwango. Happy is she who believed that the Lord would fulfill the promises he made to her. Luke 1:45. This is for the guardian angels interceding on my behalf. To my grandfather, my papa, we did it. Because of you, I came this far. Lord knows it wasn't on my own. To my uncles in village who pushed, prayed, and kept me going, I am because you are, and have always been who I aspire to be. To my family and friends, thank you for allowing me to live on Do Not Disturb for 2 years and to Table 5, and thanks to my study group. To the nursing department for putting up with me and providing a space for countless pep talks, reassurance, and guidance. Thank you for making me dig a little deeper each semester. Thank you to myself for not giving up, for believing in myself, and for the sacrifices made. Lord knows it's not been easy, but it's done. Won't he do it? Kylie Burns. Kylie is being penned by Lucas Montgomery. I would like to thank my parents, family, and friends for their unwavering love, support, and encouragement these past 2 years. Jordan, Flor, Natasha, Thank you for always listening to my never-ending rants. I would not have made it through this journey without each and every one of you. Thank you again, and congratulations to all my fellow classmates. We finally made it. Shelby Caldwell Stanton. Shelby is being penned by her husband Chandler and her parents Matt and Autumn Caldwell. I would like to thank my parents, family members, and friends for all of the love and support they have shown me throughout nursing school. To my classmates, thanks for all of the laughs and memories that we shared over the past 2 years that I will never forget. Lastly, a huge thank you to my husband. I would not have been able to do this without you. Kayla Clark. Kayla is being penned by her partner, Andrea. As the first college graduate of my family, I owe so much to Andrea for her unwavering support to get me here. I would also like to express my gratitude to Jody for her exceptional nursing leadership and invaluable guidance throughout this pivotal experience.
Zachary Coleman. Zach is being penned by his Nana, Kathy Bryan. First, I'd like to extend my gratitude to my friends, family, and classmates for invaluable support during these 2 challenging years of nursing school. I'd never have survived without it, and my mental health may fully never recover. To my colleagues I spoke to regularly, I thank each of you. Your company meant more than I can express. To those I never spoke a word to, your presence mattered as well. Congratulations to all my classmates on this incredible achievement. I am confident you will achieve even more, and I'm eager to see where you will all end up. Caitlin Cook. Caitlin is being penned by her mother, father, and husband. First, I would like to thank my husband for supporting me for the last 2 years through the highs and the lows. You have always been my biggest supporter. You have pushed me and believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to my son. Thanks for being the best study buddy and pushing Mommy to keep going. Finally, I would like to thank my friends and family for being so understanding of my time and commitment to school, allowing me the time to step away. Class, we made it. Bree Davis. Bree is being pinned by her husband, Lance Davis, mother, Denise Searate, and sister, Amber Searate. I want to thank myself for all of the hard work, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears I have put into this achievement. I want to thank my husband for sticking by me and being my person through this all. Thank you to my mom and sister for always being there for me. Thank you to my friends and family for being patient and supportive through this time of my life. Katay and Haley, I wouldn't be walking on the stage without you guys. Thank you for everything. I love you, Dad, and know you have the best seat in the house. Jordan Dobbs. Jordan is being pinned by her mother and grandfather. I would like to thank my mother for being my backbone throughout this difficult journey. When I've cried, you've cried. When I was stressed, you were stressed. You were always my constant in this journey, and I would not have made it without you. I want to thank the rest of my family for always telling me that I was smart and capable of passing and becoming the nurse they all know I can be. Lastly, I want to thank the group of girls who I met on the first day and never left my side. Natasha, Kylie, and Floor. We did it, girls. Mallory Dodge. Mallory is being pinned by her husband, Tanner. Today, as I receive this pin, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to my husband and family. Your unwavering support and encouragement throughout all of the challenging moments have helped me achieve my goals and will continue to guide me along the way. As I step into this new journey, know that I will always be grateful for everything you have done for me. I owe so much of my success to you. I couldn't have made it without your support. I love you guys. Whitney Dugan. Whitney is being pinned by her mother, Stacy Dugan, and her two brothers, Dylan and Ryan. I would like to thank my mom for supporting me, paying for my college, and dealing with all my mental breakdowns. Of course, always keeping my coffee and creamer stocked. I want to thank my brothers for their constant love and support and for making sure I was studying. I would also like to thank my dad for his support. Although he couldn't be here in person, I know he has the best view looking down on me and celebrating my graduation in heaven. Thank you all, my family, friends, and teachers. I love you. I did it. Alexandra England. Alexander. Alex. Alex, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I called you on the first day of class. Alex is being pinned by his mother, Renee Weeks. After the late nights and long hours studying and spent at school, I finally have achieved my dream of graduating nursing school. I want to give a huge thanks to all of my friends, girlfriend, classmates, and family for believing in me every step of the way. Your encouragement has brought me to where I am today. But lastly, I would like to thank my mother and my father for making me the man I am today. I know my dad is looking down from above, proud as can be. I love you both. This one's for you. Christy Fitzel. Christy is being pinned by her mother, Karen Wilson. Mom, thank you so much for all you do. You've been there through all of the blood, sweat, and tears. I love you so much. Dad, thank you for always being on my side. Kendra, thank you for constantly pushing me. Grandpa, thank you for encouraging, supporting me. Grandma would be proud of us. DeWare, UPC, thank you for your prayers and the encouragement. To Table 5 and my study group, we did it, you all. Above all, I would like to thank to God for all that He has done to get me here. Congratulations, class, we made it. Nikki Fort. Nikki is being pinned by her fiance, Michael. Right when I thought being a parent of 7 was the hardest thing I've ever done, here comes nursing school. By the grace of God, I made it through. To my children, thank you for believing in me and telling me you were proud of me when it counted. I love you all. To Michael, thank you for always picking up the slack when I needed you to. I love you. To my mom, grandpa, and granny in heaven, mission accomplished. RN loading. Jadance Fowler. Jadance is being pinned by her mother, Stephanie Fowler. I want to dedicate this degree to my mother. Without my mother, I wouldn't be the woman or scholar I am today. Thank you for being my biggest supporter and cheerleader. Thank you for always being there to clear my self-doubts, for wiping away countless tears, and for picking me up when I was down. Thank you for providing me with the tools I need to conquer the world and being the person who willed me to believe in the impossible. All my dreams and accomplishments are reality because of you. So thank you for being an amazing mother. Eliza Franklin. Eliza is being pinned by her mom, Shannon, and her daughter, Ophelia. I would like to dedicate this degree to my mom, the woman who gave up her job and her life to take care of my daughter so I could finish school. I wouldn't be the nurse or person I am today without your help, guidance, and belief in me. I would also like to thank my fiance, Caleb, for pushing me and being the best partner and father to my little girl. I love you both so much. Haley Glass. Haley is being pinned by her dad, Michael, and mom, Sabrina. To my mom and dad, I can't say thank you enough for everything you guys have done to get me here. To my family and friends, thank you for good luck messages before test, being a listening ear, and always believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Lance, thank you for being my positive light and the rock through all of this. Bree and Kate, you guys found me at my worst, picked up the pieces, and have been holding me together ever since. I am eternally grateful for both of you and so proud of us. Casey Hall. Casey is being pinned by her husband, Jason. I would like to take the opportunity to give thanks to the following people, organizations, and support systems that helped me get to this point. 1, I'd like to thank my family for their unwavering support and encouragement. 2, I want to thank Alicia and Kobe for all the encouragement and support over the last 2 years. 3, I'd like to thank Diet Dr. Pepper, unsponsored endorsement. 4, I'd like to thank Quick Trip for being a constant light, no matter the time. 5, I'd like to thank the makers of Buspirone and Vyvanse. Kobe Hemingway. Kobe is being pinned by her mom. I would like to thank my family for supporting me through this adventure. I know it wasn't always easy, but I am so lucky to have you guys. Thank you to my work family for teaching me and guiding me along the way. Thank you to my study group for dragging me along the last 2 years. I wouldn't have done it without you guys. I am so glad to be done with this journey and on to NCLEX, then on to much needed relaxation. Amber Hoover. Amber is being pinned by her daughter Addison and her son Aiden. Thanks to all of my family and friends for being here and supporting me through this journey. Best of luck to each of my fellow graduates. Peace out. Cheyenne Ibimbo. Cheyenne is being pinned by her husband Nick and her children. I would like to thank my husband for supporting me and putting up with me through these last 2 years. I couldn't have done it without you. I also want to thank my children for getting through this with me and understanding why Mommy has to stay in her room for all hours.
Lindsay Mays. Lindsay is being pinned by her mother, Rhonda Moran. I want to thank my village. Shout out to my mother for being my go-to study partner and biggest supporter. Mark, thanks for all the support along this journey and for letting me steal your dog. Thanks, Bree, for picking me up every time I fell apart, putting up with my constant crying and not letting me quit. Thanks to those who waited for my calls after all the exams. Shout out to Leanna and Christy for being my study partners and sometimes therapists. We did it. Amanda Kinney. Amanda is being pinned by her husband Josh and their children Caden, Carson, and Megan. First, I'd like to thank God. Without him, I am nothing. Thanks to my husband, you have been the calm to my crazy and have been the encouragement I needed to keep going when I wanted to quit. To my kids, thank you for being my study buddies and all the amazing hugs. To my parents, thank you for your prayers. To my sister Marie, thanks for letting me rant. To Julie, thanks for always insisting I would be fine. To family and friends, thank you for your encouragement and support. I love you all. I did it. Jamie Kitchens. Jamie is being pinned by her husband, Bobby, joined by her sons, Doken and Devin. I would like to thank my family and friends for keeping me sane through this journey, or at least dealing with my insanity. Without the love, support, and encouragement of my husband, it may not have been possible. I will never be able to repay the sacrifices he has made for me. You are my blessing. To my boys, there is no other achievement that will ever compare to being your mom. You two have been my reason for everything, and you have saved me more than you will ever know. You both make me proud every single day. Melody Laird. Melody is being pinned by her kids, Dwayne and McKenna. I would like to thank everyone who stood by, believed in me, and supported me through this journey. I would not be here without your positivity and encouragement.
Juanita Littlejohn. Juanita is being pinned by her daughter Tony and sons Jaden, Jordan, Messiah, and Tristan, as well as her mother Jenny Littlejohn. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. To my family and friends, thank you for all your support and encouragement. Special thanks to my other half, Billy, and best friend, Amanda. I could not have completed this journey without your love and support. To my children who never let me study in peace, especially Tony, you are my motivation. To myself, thanks for overcoming the heartaches during this journey and completing the race. Life was lifing, but I did it. Joshua Mayberry. Josh is being pinned by his mother, Katrina. She is the main reason for me not skipping the pinning ceremony. I'd like to thank my family, classmates, instructors, and coworkers for helping me through the nursing program. I really appreciate everybody's help. Floor Mina. Floor is being pinned by her husband, Jose. Thank you to my husband for handling all the chaos at home and allowing me to pursue a dream I have longed for. Natasha, Kylie, and Jordan, I can only hope and pray this journey has bonded us closer and that our friendship continues to blossom as this chapter of our life comes to an end. Thank you for all the laughing and even at times crying sessions. We did it. Kinsey Mize. Kinsey is being pinned by her daughter Layton and her other half, Alden. I would like to thank my family. There's too many of you to name, for helping me with whatever I need at a moment's notice or watching LJ so I could study. To my nursing friends, because I'm not sure how I would have passed without our many FaceTimes. To our instructors for truly wanting us to succeed. Most importantly, to one of my biggest supporters, Alden. Living with a nursing student isn't easy, especially one being me. And lastly, to Sissy for helping Mommy study and coloring all over my nursing books when I was not looking. I love you. Taylor Pollard. Taylor is being pinned by her dad, Nathan Davidson. To my husband, Trent, and daughter, Hadley, I am incredibly grateful for your unwavering love and support throughout nursing school. Trent, your encouragement has been a constant source of inspiration, and your sacrifices have paved the way for my pursuit of this dream. To Hadley, everything I do in life is for you. I hope I make you proud. To my beautiful family, thank you for always being there for me and in good times and bad. To my sweet friends, I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you for always pushing me forward. I love you guys. Douglas Quinn. Doug is being pinned by his wife Ashlyn and kids Brody, Charlie, and Emerson. I would like to thank my wife and kids for their sacrifices and patience with me for the past 2 years. It wasn't easy, but we did it. Thank you to my parents and family for all the support you have shown me and for picking me up when I was down. Grandma, Grandpa, and Terry, you were here when I started this journey and supported and gave me courage to make this change. I hope I have made you all proud as you are now watching me from heaven. I love you and I miss you. Haley Reed. Haley is being pinned by her fiancé Cameron and her daughter Presley. I would like to thank Cameron for all you do, holding everything together, including me when I needed it most. Presley for being my reason and motivation to never give up, even during the toughest time. Cameron's mom, dad, and Tamara for always being there for us. Nadia for her radiating positivity, my class family for bringing me out of my shell, Miss Johnson for giving me guidance and encouragement, Jody for everything you do, especially dealing with all the tears, all other OSUIT instructors and staff, and God for guiding me through this journey to fulfill my purpose. Kimberly Renner. Kimberly is being pinned by her husband, Matthew. My husband has been my rock through these last couple of years. He has witnessed almost every mood imaginable of a nursing student, but always stayed by my side and motivated me to keep going. It has been a long journey, but we finally made it. Congratulations to all my classmates. NCLEX, here we come. Sarah Ricketts. Sarah is being pinned by her husband, Caleb Ricketts, and her mother, Jennifer Gorin. I would like to thank my family and friends for being so supportive of me during this journey and for cheering me on through all the good times and bad. To my mom and Caleb, you have both been my rock and have been by my side through the long hours, the self-doubt, and the tears. Nursing school has brought. I will never be able to thank you enough for encouraging me to reach for the stars and follow my dreams. This is for you. Dreams really do come true. Kendria Smith. Kendria is being pinned by her best friend, Kimberly Daniels, her sister, Carmelita Daniels, and her aunt, Karen Smith. I am so blessed. It is an honor to be pinned by some of the nurses of my family. Thank you to my God, husband, children, mother, mom, brother, and you ladies on stage. Thank you for all your guidance, encouragement, support, and love. Thank you for never letting me give up through one of the most trying times of my life, nursing school. Thank you, and I love you. Daddy, I did it. Morgan Smith. Morgan is being pinned by her parents, Brad and Shauna Smith. I would like to thank all my family and friends for their support over the past 2 years. I would not have made it without Skylar constantly reassuring me that I could do it and our many FaceTime study sessions. Most of all, I thank God. I would like to thank everyone who believed in me, even when my greatest skill seemed to be the art of procrastination. I promise to use my degree for more than decorating the wall. Congratulations, class, we did it. Skylar Thomas. Skylar is being pinned by her mother, Sarah. I would like to thank my parents, grandparents, and anyone that has supported me along the way. Shout out to my girl, Morgan. I'll always be thankful for our friendship that started first semester when we were paired up and took care of the patient together who wouldn't stop calling us Mo and Larry. I could have never made it through this without you. I am so thankful to have made it to this point with everyone, and I'm still in shock that we are here. Congratulations, guys, we did it. Lori Tyler. Lori is being pinned by her husband, Terry, and her children. I would like to thank, first of all, God, my husband who worked tirelessly so I could go to school and then served me dinner so I could continue to study. My stepmom who stood by me and encouraged me to keep going when the going got rough. I made some lifelong friendships that helped me succeed in nursing school and appreciate all of them. I would like to thank my 4 children that have kept me strong. Thank you to my instructors and all my friends and family that are here and those that could not be here. Stephen Wiley. Steve is being pinned by his wife, Kelsey. Kelsey, we walked through fire and we forged a family. Now it's time to move on to the next phase of the plan. You truly are my ride or die. Ruby, Isaac, Tristan, Josie, Johnny, and Chloe, write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it every day. Make a plan. Work your butt off. If you do this, you will usually get what you want. Leanna Zhang. Leanna is being pinned by her husband, Vang Pao. All of the hard work and dedication I have poured into this nursing program over the past 2 years is finally concluding. I am grateful for all the people who have supported me throughout these challenges. To my gracious husband, thank you for your support. Today wouldn't have transpired without you. To my sons, my strength was having you all inspire me to become the best version of myself. To my mother-in-law and father-in-law, I appreciate you both for taking profound care of my children while I am in school. To my mom and dad, thank you both for guiding me in life.
Florence Nightingale, an English nurse and pioneer reformer, was born in Florence, Italy on May 12, 1820, and she died August 13, 1910. History was made during the Crimean War when Florence took 38 women to Turkey to nurse the sick and wounded British soldiers. The British government had never before permitted women to do this. Because of her selfless duty during the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale became known as the Lady with the Lamp. As a tribute to Florence's dedication, the lamp icon has become symbolic of nursing. The lamp will always shine brightly as a symbol of the care and devotion that the nurse administers to the sick and injured in the practice of nursing. Thus, nursing students honor this dedication of Nurse Nightingale and symbolically plan to carry the ideals for which she stood in the candle lighting portion of the pinning ceremony. The tradition of candle lighting and pledge recognizes her ideals. Lo, in the house of misery, a nurse with a lamp I see, pass through the glimmering glow and flit from room to room. A nurse with a lamp shall stand in the great history of the land. A noble type of good heroics they stood.
I watch you bow your head each day. It's the little things that make you feel this way. Don't let their words fill you up with doubt. Lift your head and watch your dreams branch out. Don't you give up now. You have made your vows. You might not know how, but you will find the key. Feel your soul arise from that spark in your eyes. Watch it come alive. This is your destiny.
At this time, I would like to welcome the nurses in the audience to stand with us as we recite the Florence Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself. Before God. And in the presence of this assembly. To pass my life in purity. And to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious. And mischievous. And will not take or knowingly administer. Any harmful drug. I will do all in my power. To maintain and elevate. The standard of my profession. And will hold in confidence. All personal matters. Committed to my keeping. And all family affairs. Coming to my knowledge. And the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor. To aid the physician. In his work. And devote myself. To the welfare of those. Committed to my care.
Don't let their words fill you up with doubt. Lift your head and watch your dreams branch out. Don't you give up now. You have made your vows. You might not know how, but you will find the key. Feel your soul arise from that spark in your eyes. Watch it come alive. This is your destiny. To you who thought that it can't be done, oh, can you see how far you've come? There's so much more space for you to fly. So I give up on what you love if you haven't tried. Don't you give up now. You have made your vows. You might not know how, but you will find the key. Feel your soul arise from that spark in your eyes. Watch it come alive. This is your destiny. When your hope fades away and you've been led astray.
Thank you all for coming. Graduates, you may extinguish your flames.